Hi guys, Adam Gable here for the Facebook page 7 Aspects of Life to Succeed In. I was talking to some chicken owners the other day, yes, chicken, and I learned an interesting fact that the more chickens are exposed to daylight, the better results they have in producing eggs. They don't have to do anything but be exposed to daylight. So that got me thinking about our development of ourselves in every aspect of life, specifically the 7 that we talk about here. And being exposed or exposing ourselves. And I kind of put it into 4 categories. First being exposed to knowledge. When we expose ourselves to knowledge, we are automatically transformed and enlightened. And there's really no excuse for us not to be transformed these days because we can do it through podcasts, we can do it books on tapes or regular book, we can order everything online, we can get our teachings, these TED Talks are wonderful. We can just expose ourselves to knowledge in general. But we have to be careful that we're just not exposing to ourselves to knowledge that we want or slated to the left or the right. We need to be exposed to all knowledge. So don't be so prejudiced in the knowledge you pick, but pick the opposing side and listen to what they say and expose yourself to knowledge on all sides. So that's one, knowledge. The second would be people. There's nothing better than being exposed to people to transform your life. It is through their experiences and mistakes that we can become better. When you are exposing yourself to others by involvement in community, in school, church, synagogue, what have you, you are gaining experience through their lives. And we can learn a lot from that by exposing ourselves to that and save ourselves a lot of problems. So we have knowledge and we have people that we need to expose ourselves. The third would be God. And I'm reminded of the event in which Moses had led the Israelites out into the desert. And he was going up and he was spending time with God. And when he came down, his countenance was changed. It was so bright that they asked him to put a veil on his face. Now that's interesting because just by being in the presence of God, Moses' countenance was changed. It's the same thing with us. When we are exposed to God through prayer and meditation and contemplation, through nature or service or worship, we are automatically transformed. It's nothing we have to do, but by putting ourselves in a position where we are in the presence of God. So we have knowledge, we have people, we have God, and the last category is self. We need to expose ourselves to ourselves. Self-reflection, contemplation, reviewing your mannerisms, reviewing the day, where you're at, what you're doing. Not being obsessive about it, but simply by reflecting on yourself, on what's good and what's bad, and what you need to learn and what you need to let go. So we have knowledge, we have people, we have God, and we have yourself. If you do this in a consistent and let's just say you need to be intentional about it. So you need to be exposing yourself every single day in some way, shape, or form to one of those 4 or all those 4 categories. And you have to be intentional about it. It's not just going to happen. You have to learn. You have to expose yourself to knowledge. You have to get involved with people. You have to seek God. And you have to sit in silence and be intuitive to yourself. And when you're intentional and when you're consistent, the change will automatically take place. Just like Moses going up and spending time with God, you will automatically become enlightened and strengthened if you do it with a pure heart, with pure motives, seeking the truth. Give it a try. Adam Gable for the Facebook page, 7 Aspects of Life to Succeed In. Have a great week.